It's all good.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Bad Podcast. Welcome to 2026, man. Man, I know you guys missed us. We appreciate all the love, all the messages. And we're actually live in YouTube right now. Can't go live on Facebook because Coach Alicia is live there. But we are live there. And also this episode is dropping today. Today, this episode is going to drop as soon as we finish this live on your podcast catcher. And you have an actual extra episode in YouTube. So Bradley, long time no see, my brother.
Long time no see, man. And I'll tell you, we were talking about behind the scenes, and when you take something that's valuable away from people, you start to recognize the value in that thing. And since we haven't been very consistent the last couple of weeks, we've heard from you folks, and just so extremely appreciative of our bad fam and our bad following. So shout out to each and every one of you. Feeling revived here in 2026, and I'm gonna kind of touch on that a little bit as we progress through this podcast. But this is a quote brand new out of my new book, Prep Rep Forever, going to be dropping June 1st, but you can pre-order now, bradinspires.com. But the middle is where you're made. Most people quit in the middle, not at the start, not at the end, but when the wait becomes constant and the finish line feels far away. The middle is lonely. It's unglamorous, and it's where preparation turns to identity. And right now, Dwayne, as we drop this podcast, we are 2 days away from this infamous day known as Quitter's Day. And it falls on January 9th this year. And what is Quitter's Day? It's typically the second Friday of the year. And what happens is, people run out of the chutes, right? They come out guns blazing. They have all these big aspirations and huge goals. And they reach that first or that second Friday of the year thinking that I have to have accomplished something by now. And that's where frustration grows. And that's not the beginning. That's not the end. That's the middle, right? And it is lonely, and it is unglamorous. And, people are cheering for you at the start and at the finish line, but very few people are cheering for you when the curtains are drawn and the blinds are pulled back and all the things. And you're in that middle. So, folks, this is dropping on Wednesday. A little midweek motivation for you folks. And right now, I encourage everybody, you got to fight through this Friday, because on the other side of this Friday, you're going to see some fabulous things beyond the horizon.
Yeah, man, that Quitters Week is a thing. Quitters Day is a thing. So much so that people are using it for marketing and things like that. And so, even ourselves, we're gonna be posting about Quitters Day soon, man. It is a real thing. And what I love about your quote, because we are in the beginning. Like, this is the beginning, this is the start, this is where it all begins. Everybody, their resolutions, all of those things. But probably about the same time your book comes out, about midway through the year, right, you check on those resolutions, man, and it's like, like what was that again? What was that again? And I think I shared this on here before. I was in track, I ran track, and I was more of a sprinter. But they had me run the 100, man, and I always remember, when you take off, you got the crowd is there, that's to the side, and then you get around that curve on that back straightaway, it's quiet, bro. It's super quiet, and that's where you have to stay focused. And I'll be honest, I was not focused on that side. I was like, man, this sucks. Like, I'm about to walk back to the bleacher, like, and that is a picture of your fitness journey. That is how the fitness works. Is, everybody is excited right now. Everybody, even in our Each One Fitness group, everybody's buzzing, excited. But when a little bit of time passed, man, can you keep going? Can you muster up, enough to really get, keep going with the race, man, to continue your journey?
Dude, this is actually perfect timing because tomorrow, so Dwayne, your birthday buddy, Rushy Bear, we're putting him on ice tomorrow. He has been begging us.
I
And so
heard.
we went to practice on Tuesday yesterday, and he was just so mad and sad and upset and discouraged because he couldn't get out on the ice. And I said, buddy, do you want to get out on the ice? And just went from a pout face to like ear to ear smile, right? And the reason that I bring this up is because not too long ago, Beckett was just beginning his ice hockey journey, and he stepped onto the ice just so excited and huge dreams of, being in the NHL and all these things. And he got out there and fell flat on his butt.
Yep.
And 10 times of falling on his butt, 11 times, 12 times, 15 times falling on his butt, he started to get really frustrated, and he got very upset. And my wife and I, Adrian and I, were watching from the crowd, and he started to cry, man. And it was disheartening as a parent to watch. But I walked over to the bench and I said, "Hey, come on over here." And he said, "Dad, I just can't stay on my feet." And now this is very discouraging for my son because it wasn't too long ago. He was just learning to walk, right? Like 3.5, 4 years ago, he was just learning to walk. So he thinks he's got life figured out. But when you are on foreign territory or foreign surface, like, throw all that in the trash. And for some of our folks that watch this or listen to this, that's the treadmill. That's the weight room. That's the fitness center. Like, that is foreign to you. And what I told my son, because he kept falling on his butt and he kept falling on his butt and he kept falling on his butt, I said, "Buddy, we got to learn to fall." I said, "Fall on your knees. You got to learn to fall. You have to learn to fail before you thrive, before you prosper. Like, you have to learn that you're not going to be able to run a 5K overnight. You're going to have to take that first step. You're not going to lose 50 pounds overnight. You got to lose that first pound. If you want to be a millionaire, you can't make $1 million overnight. You got to make that first $1. So you have to learn to roll with the punches and fight through the trials and tribulations, get through the obstacles. Friday is going to be an obstacle. And when everybody is tempting you to go out on Friday night and you've already taken 5 steps forward, you're about to regress 6 steps because you're giving into temptation, because something is trying to seduce you on Friday night. You want to cheat the system on Friday after you've already put in 5 solid days of work? Are you kidding me? But you know what, Dwayne? That's normal in our culture. I'm getting too excited right now, and I'm getting very, very frustrated because in our line of work, Dwayne, here's the plan. Just follow the plan, folks, right? And you'll get results. But again, our culture says to do the opposite, right? I want you to go there, but society says to go here. Folks, I'm going to tell you a story, right? I'd rather eat cheese and pepperoni pizza every single day for the rest of my life. I'd rather convenience my taste buds and temptation and immediate satisfaction. I'd rather do that, right? But when you convenience yourself today, you're going to inconvenience yourself down the road. And when you can inconvenience yourself today, you'll convenience yourself down the road. And what I mean by that is if you're eating chicken and broccoli today, it will bless you someday. If you're eating cheese and pepperoni pizza every single day right now, it will take something from you someday. Man, I'm seeing it firsthand, man. I just had a friend, diagnosed with something, and still kind of low key right now, but it's so frustrating because you see the things that people put in their body. It's poison. There's these overarching companies in our world, and especially in our country, that run everything. And they tell you, eat this, drink that, take these, do this, and be happy, right? And those are the things that lead to long-term remorse. So folks, inconvenience. I'm not saying every day, but inconvenience yourselves from time to time. Eat the boring things. Be boring, right? Walk on a treadmill, and we'll talk about walking on a treadmill. Pick up some weights. Get some sunlight. Put yourself into cold. Put yourself into heat. Inconvenience yourself. Start your day with something hard because the rest of the day won't be so bad. Sorry, Dwayne.
You're good, man. You're good. We've been missing a couple of days. You got to get it out. You've been pent up in there, man. You got to get it out. No, that's good, man. That's real good. And the thing is that part isn't fun. That part isn't. That's not glorious. That's not joyous. Turning that down. Kind of standing out, being that friend. We talk about it all the time. being that friend that orders, fish at the at the pizza spot, or or grilled chicken. It's not fun in the moment, but the payoff is amazing. And what I found, especially when I was in prep, because you want to do what everybody else does, but when you make that decision, when you say, you know, I'm good, I'm not going to eat, when that happens, you actually feel good about yourself. You actually, like, there's like a sense of, like a, man, I can do this. Like, I have made a good decision. You actually, is kind of a euphoric feeling in some cases. There at the beginning, right before you make the decisions, like, man, I really want it. But man, I'm telling you, when you make that decision, or after you make that decision, you feel good about yourself. When you leave the restaurant and you're not bloated and you don't have acid reflux and all those things, and you're not feeling miserable, you feel good about yourself. And that's one of those little small rewards right there in real time. And I think that the biggest part is just getting to that moment, making that decision, making that hard decision so that you can see it, you know, right then, or even later, like you said. Because like you said, man, the culture is set up in a way, man, that if you think about, like, the food that's offered, if you think about the lifestyle that is popularized, you think about all the commercials, which that in itself, let me chase a rabbit. See, we ain't been here a while, so y'all get everything today.
Chase a rabbit.
Let me chase a rabbit there, man. So, one thing that I learned about the commercials, was like
Don't mind me.
yeah, you over there. One thing I learned about the commercials, or even advertising, most of the time, it's not the actual food. Like,
No.
you see that picture at the burger at McDonald's, like, there's a stick in there holding them patties up. My favorite one is like the cereal. Like, it's like glue. It's not even milk.
Right.
So it's like it's pretty much like a bait and switch. Like, they like, this looks so good, this looks so appetizing, and it actually isn't in real life. And you see it, but when you open that Big Mac container, and it's looking all smashed up and lettuce everywhere, in your mind, you seeing that big pretty picture of the Big Mac that's stacked up.
Yeah.
And so you don't even pay attention to the sloppy, messy burger in your hand. And it's a mind trick, man. And so that I kind of went on a rant on that, because that's just one of those things, man, where it looks like it might be good. It looks like it's tasty. It's presented in a way like, okay, you can enjoy this. But then when you get it, because man, we hear it all the time. People say, man, I had my celebration. Boy, was I disappointed. Like, like, I finally got that cheeseburger, but man, I feel miserable. Or I finally, and I even remember during my time when I was early on, I'll be like, my wife already knew I was going to eat till my stomach hurt, and I was going to lay on the floor all Saturday night, miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable, man. And it's not even worth it. At the end of the day, it's not even worth it to take yourself to that level, man. So that's just, I don't know. I went on a tangent there, but that's just what I think about when I think about
it. That's a couple of great points. And I don't remember who it was. I'm almost certain it was McDonald's, but they got in trouble for using fake food. Like it was like you said with the glue, it was clay. They weren't, they were painting clay to make the burger like perfect, right, for their advertising, and they got in trouble for that because it was false advertising. Like, they were advertising clay, and it wasn't even a cheeseburger. So, like, yeah, what we see sometimes, and man, I told you right in the beginning, I feel revived, and this kind of ties into what we're talking about. Sometimes we see something and we're like, wow, I really want that, right? But do you want that intrinsically, or is it external? Like, is it an extrinsic thing? And the reason that I'm big on this right now is, like, I'm all in on this me versus me thing, because my entire fitness career, I've always looked lateral. I've always been like, hey, what I wonder what workouts he's doing, and like, how do I get abs like that, and how do I become a better runner? And now I'm just like, I'm just so done like looking ladder. I'm done looking around, and I'm starting to embrace the idea that, you know, if I do it for me and ain't nobody else, I it satisfies me. You know,
Mhm.
long game, I start to feel good about myself. And you'd said about like what were you saying? You know, you feel a sense of euphoria doing the
Yeah.
hard thing, right? Like
Yeah.
when I was in my early 20s, right? In heck, all the way up to my 30s, I would think sitting on a beach drinking a Mai Tai, I
Mhm.
would always think this has gotta produce that euphoric feeling. It's gotta,
Mhm.
right? And it does. That's
Mhm.
the tricky thing. It
Mhm.
does for about an hour,
Yep.
for about 2 hours. If you go and accomplish a marathon, if you get on a stage for a physique show, if you go write a darn book or create a podcast or do something that nobody else is doing or that is very uncommon, you get on the other side of that sucker, boom, buckle
Oh
up
yeah.
because now you're going to feel that euphoric feeling. Mai Tais will do it for an hour.
Mhm.
Go buy that flashy whatever. It'll do it for a couple days. But when you are pouring into your self development and your future, man, there ain't nothing like this. There's nothing like it.
No, 100%, man, 100%. That's the thing, man. That those kind of achievements, it's a long lasting,
Yeah.
feeling, and
Mhm.
like you said, you put so much into it. It really just pours over and pours into. But I want to go back to what you mentioned about, like, when you think you want something. Recently, I started talking to we're taking on some accountability clients and things like that, and last night, no, this is, I ain't gonna drop no names, but I had two people reach out. One of them said, I think I want some pizza. And the other one said,
Wasn't
said,
me.
yeah, I know. And the other one said, I think I want some ice cream. And then my response to both was, are you hungry or are you bored?
Yeah.
Which one is it? And then I said, drink some water first and then hit me back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And both of them did the same thing. And both of them said, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, man. You think you want something, you
Mhm.
think you have to have it right then, but then listen,
Mhm.
once you kind of pause, take a break, and I use that during prep. So whenever a craving or whatever come on, I pause and take a break, drink some water, and it eventually kind of goes away because a lot of times it's not necessarily hunger, it's boredom. And then even Dr. Reese, I remember this when I was, like I said, first client. She even talked about how your stomach growls when you are thirsty as well.
Yep.
So
Yep.
sometimes you just need to drink something.
Mhm.
You think you're hungry, but just need to drink some more water.
Yeah.
So you can't fall victim to that, man. You
Sure.
have to be able to use your mind and your will to overcome
Mhm.
those things right now, so you can have a bigger victory in the long
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. Big victory in the long run, Dwayne. And it's difficult to make that boring decision. Like, who wants to drink water when I'm craving ice cream? Like, who wants to do that? Like, if I want a piece of pizza, I don't want to drink water. I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to do something hard. And that's what I do. So same principle. When I'm getting those cravings or when I'm tempted to do something, I just go for a 5 or 10 minute walk. My
Mm.
sons, dude, this is really neat. So my sons and I have been walking outside with no shirt. And we did it when it was 5 degrees out. And
Woo.
Beckett now, they do this out in the Scandinavian countries, and it is normalized. Like, these people, they go out and sit out in the cold for 45 minutes, and these kids are infants. They like put their kids outside. And there is some like health benefits to this, but I don't know the in depths of it, But my son right now, he's like, Dad, can we go outside? And I'm like, sure. He goes, no, Dad, can we go walk outside with no shirts outside? And I'm like, you want to? He's like, yeah, it's fun. But the first time, he hated it.
Oh,
He
okay.
hated it, right? And now
Mhm.
it's like a part of our lifestyle. It's like you got to fight sometimes, right? And it's uncomfortable, right? I'd rather have a sweatshirt on. I'd rather be watching something on Netflix. I'd rather be chowing on some za and drinking a thing of Kool-Aid or lemonade or something. But you know what? When you choose the hard path, everything else in your life doesn't seem so hard. And it's such a hard
Man.
space to get into. Such a hard space to get into. And dude, like you're saying, like for me, I can have ice cream every single night. if I want to. It doesn't treat me well, but I can have ice cream every single night. I'm disciplined enough to not have it, X amount of days in a row. And I'm also burning enough calories to eat probably a gallon of ice cream a day and still get 99 pounds. But, it's the discipline that you're forging. Through those difficult times. Like when my sons and I go outside, like we are forging discipline without even knowing. Like he's going out and picking up snowballs and like firing them at me. Like, buddy, that's cold. Don't do that. He doesn't understand that. Yeah, like if I put a snowball in your bag, you would freak out. But you're forging discipline when you choose the hard path, and that's a hard space to get into. But once you can get into that space, once you can get into that mindset, I'll tell you what, folks, the blues are bluer and the greens are greener.
First of all, not doing that. Just start there.
But you're 50-degree weather down there.
I'm not doing it in that weather.
It's glorious, man. You sleep better.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
everybody's got their ways to sleep better.
Absolutely. It's funny because, like, I guess this is a cultural thing. Like, we got coats, hats, shoes, whatever, and my wife would have a fit if I was like, yeah, I'm about to go outside, or even I could only imagine what my mom would say, like, well, you're gonna catch a cold, man. You're outside with no clothes on, But that's that's interesting first, man. Like, and I love that he didn't like it and now he enjoy it, and like, and I know that there has to be some benefits to that for sure. I like the twofold. I like that. First of all, you're involving your family, man. So that's something I'm like, yo, like you definitely want to make sure that everybody is on the same page, even if they're not. Find ways to connect when it comes to something healthy, something physical. With my dad, I talked about it before, but he lost part of his foot, diabetes, and so when he used to come over, our chair is kind of low. I usually hold my hand out, pick him up, help him up. And so I was like, man, you know what? I said, you need to start working on your leg strength, man. That's longevity that keeps you, keeps you mobile, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, you need to start doing some, sit down, stand ups. Like, and I just kind of threw it out there, right? Fast forward, man, this weekend it came over for my birthday. And I was getting ready to do what I always do, reach my hand out because I was getting ready to go. He's like, no, I've been practicing. And he stood up, like he's like, I do it, man. I've been doing it. So it's that one thing could potentially like just add years and
man, I got goosebumps.
Chill out. I'm trying to keep it together. But that one thing, man, and just and I it was just a comment, man, just finding that thing that can help a family member or bring in health or bring in fitness in some sort of way, man. And so, that's something that 2026, man, that I want to challenge y'all to do that, man. Find ways to include your family, include your kids, your parents, whatever you can, whoever you can, find different ways to do that.
Ooh.
Chill out, man.
Dude, that's huge. That's impactful. That's empowering. That's encouraging. That's inspirational. That's motivational. That's everything this podcast is about.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing, what the power of influence is. And, you influence somebody that's very close to you in a positive way. And unfortunately, a lot of us are, we're influenced in a negative way because it really is everywhere. It's a dark world that we live in, unfortunately. But man, I think that's just got to be the mantra or the overarching goal of the year is like inspire your favorites, man, inspire your people to do good things, man. Like hold a door for somebody, encourage fitness, encourage health, encourage wellness, encourage self-development. Like when you see somebody that's investing money and not going out on a Friday night, man, encourage that. When you see somebody, sign up for something that's not normalized in your circle, like just celebrate. And that's what we're not doing enough is celebrating other folks' victories and other folks going for the hard thing and going for the goal. Like we got to do that more, man. Holy cow. Shout out to your dad just for taking that initiative.
Yeah, man.
That's choosing the hard path, right?
Absolutely.
That's choosing the hard path. And, just you living your lifestyle, you're leading the way, man. You're paving the path for, your family, your friends, I talked about this the other day. with Mandy. So we're doing a corporate workout,
Mhm.
and hey, shout out to anybody that's in the corporate space and you want E2M to come in and do a workout for you.
That
You just reach out to me.
that
Right? Or Dwayne, you reach out to one of us, we will get it hooked up. We'll come to your school. We will come, we'll do it virtually. We'll come to your corporate space. We'll offer you an exclusive special discount to the E2M Premium app. We'll get you hooked up. But I'm getting sidetracked now. I'm getting too excited. But one of the things that we were talking about is, the sedentary lifestyle that people in the corporate world live because they're at a computer all day.
Yep.
They're at a desk all day. They're not moving. They're sitting for 8 to 10 hours. And what happens with a sedentary lifestyle or an inactive lifestyle is the productivity of that corporate space starts to reduce. The interaction with people starts to reduce. The camaraderie starts to reduce. The energy level in that building or in that workplace starts to regress. And the reason is because people are essentially not active. But when you can start to, get active, if one person engages with physical activity in your corporate space, and it does spread like wildfire because, man, when you can do something hard, you come into work and you start to walk a little different. You start to talk a little different. You start to look around a little different. And when you can lead by example, you can start inspiring folks around you, amazing things start to happen. And then you start to level up. And guess what? It's scary to level up because there's very few people at the next level, but you force others to level up with you. And it's a really exciting period of life. So guys, if you have a corporate space or a college, high school team that needs needs a little fire, needs a little fuel for the fire, reach out to us. We'll get you hooked up with some special things. But where I was going with that, Dwayne, is within our company, we are always driven to stay on our A game, even if we have to start on that C game, or even if we have to start on that B game. We are always driven to find and discover that A game, because everybody else in our corporate space, everybody else in our company is striving for that A game, right? When you're striving for your A game, I'm striving for my A game. When Jeff is striving for his A game, Mandy's striving for her A game, and we force each other in a kind, pleasant, gentle way, of course. To level up and just lead by example.
No, 100%. And Jeff always talks about leading by example, and he kind of set the standard at the end of last year. What he wanted to see from us. When it comes to our physical, bodies, and we're in fitness. We're in front of cameras, and rightfully so. You could have took it the wrong way, or you could have took it the right way.
Yep.
But what I'm excited is our team, they took it the right way, me included. It puts you in a mindset where, like you said, you challenge yourself, and you also you get inspired by your team, you get inspired by others. I will never, well, I ain't gonna say never, but you will probably not see me in a premium core workout video. Like, that's probably not going to happen. But I admire Mandy and Nanette. They knock them things out. Like, I watch it real time, and I'm astonished.
Yeah.
But it inspired me to want to get better in that area. And just seeing that, and just seeing how them ladies get down with that, because they be I couldn't do it. Presently, I'll just
Well, it's one of those areas that's foreign to you. Just like we talked about the ice, it's foreign to you, and it is scary to go into those foreign territories, man. Like, I'm so frustrated right now. I weigh 198 pounds, like just soaking wet. I'm skinny. Like I am weak right now. I try to still do push-ups and squats just to keep some. I do some pull-ups from time to time. But my strength right now is minimal. I'm just riding the bike a lot.
Right.
And it is frustrating because I love lifting weights. I love strength training. Like, I love how it makes me feel. But right now I'm in foreign territory, like riding a bike all day, every day, and preparing for this 1,200 mile bike ride. Like, it's scary for me, and it's foreign territory, just like abs are for you and core is for you. But that, I think that's foreign for a lot of people, because who wants to work core 3, 4, 5 days a week? Like, nobody.
Right? Nobody wants to, but a lot of people think they're supposed to. let's clear that up. Let's
Yeah,
put our mind pump hat on real quick.
there
So,
you go.
in order to get abs, you do not work your core several times a week. The abs are revealed. They're everybody have ab muscles. There are abdominal muscles located on every human being, unless there's some kind of surgical thing. And the way that you get them to show is not by crunches. It's not by several core workouts. It's by having a good diet and eating a calorie deficit and losing the belly fat in front of it. So,
Yeah,
although
good call.
you do those things and you want that thing to look really good, you sign up for E2N Premium because we got a core. It's called Core Sculpting. Yeah, Core Scope is the name of the program that's going to be coming out really soon in E2N Premium, and it is going to scope that core. If they're not visible yet, you can make sure they're good in scope by the time they are visible, and bada boom, bada bing, you're ready to roll.
Bada boom, bada boom, bada bing. I like it.
Yeah, man.
No, that's huge, man, and that's a great point because just talk about oversaturation online, man. Everybody's being pulled in every which direction. Like the Liver King's telling you to eat goat testicles, and somebody else is telling you. I don't know, man. He kind of went off the deep end, man. Holy cow. And the thing is people were like, praising him because of the lifestyle that he presented. And, I don't want to knock him because yeah. And this is kind of several folded. It's multifold because, he was taking people that were eating McDonald's every day and saying, hey, try this instead.
Mm-hmm.
And when you make a rapid change like that from manufactured, highly processed, ultra processed food and like switch it up to real food, raw. Raw. I mean, yeah, but yeah.
My bad. I got a little extra hate for him. Go ahead. My bad. I'll be quiet.
No, but I mean, I wasn't going there, but when you switch it up to eating whatever the heck he was eating, but he was also eating eggs and like real food as well. But when you make that rapid change, just eating real food, you guys, I think that's the takeaway I want to give out for this is, just try to minimize the fake food that you're eating. I will have protein bars from time to time, but Absolutely. You can't live off of protein bars. You can have a protein shake from time to time. You can't live off of them. You can eat a refrigerated meal from time to time. You can't live off of those things, at least for the long game, right? Eat real foods. Eat real foods. That is going to be your answer for 2026. Eat real foods and move your body for 20 plus minutes a day, and you will see massive, rapid results. It might be not be as rapid as you want, but you will absolutely get rapid results by moving your body for 20 plus minutes a day and eating real food.
Absolutely. And not just move your body, Brad. We actually got an actual challenge for our listeners. It's not just moving your body, Brad. I want you to talk about that before we close out this bad boy.
Yes. So, folks, I have started to drop some different YouTube videos on our YouTube channel, and a lot of them are treadmill running videos. But the other thing I want to talk about today is treadmill incline walking. If you want to see fat literally melt off your body, maybe not real time, but it will melt off your body. I want you to start working on incline walking. Now, I made a post on social media about 3 weeks ago. I said, if you want to melt fat, do this 3 to 5 times a week at this level and so on and so forth. And I got a lot of flack. I had people reaching out to my DMs. I had people calling me, texting me, emailing me, saying, hey, that's an unprofessional thing to say. Folks, let me tell you something. Do you need strength training to lose weight? Yes, you do. And you know what? Incline walking is strength training. And if you don't want to bet on that, bet on this word. Incline walking will change your life. Dwayne, what do you do for cardio?
I walk, man. Incline walking. That's what I do. I'm not running nowhere unless it's a dog. Actually, I'm not running from a dog anymore.
You'll fast walk.
Now I'm just gonna turn around, man. I ain't scared of dogs.
Dude, you watch some of the most physically fit people in the world. A lot of them are runners, but a lot of them aren't runners, and a lot of them are just incline walking. You're working on glute strength, you're working on quad strength, you're working on core stability, you're working on mobility, you're working on your calf strength. You are working on so many more things than just your cardiovascular endurance. Why doesn't running do that thing? And I'm not knocking running here, folks. All right, somebody's gonna twist my word. Brad said not to run. No, I'm a runner. I'm an endurance athlete.
Dwayne did.
Dwayne said that. I didn't. Look at that. I am running, and any picture that you see professional, I'm either on a bike or on the asphalt. Folks, I'm not knocking running. I'm just saying the reason that running sometimes doesn't get you what incline walking and walking in general gets you is because when you are walking or incline walking, you're working on more muscular strength than you are when you are running. Cardiovascular endurance, working on this thing, your ticker, great from running. But if you want to really watch fat literally fall off your body, get on the incline, boy. And here's my recommendation, folks. Here's my recommendation. For 30 minutes, make sure you're properly warmed up, 4 to 5 to 6, 7 minutes. Warm your bodies up. Don't just start at 12% incline, but find your treadmill at 12 to 15% incline. Hold your speed anywhere from 2 to 4 for a speed. And if you can do that from 30 to 60 minutes, you will watch fat melt off your body. If you can hold a speed of 2 for 30 minutes, try doing 2 for 40 minutes, then 50 minutes, then 60 minutes. This is called progressive overload. And then if you can do 2 minute or 2 speed for 60 minutes, it's time to bump up the speed and start at 30 minutes and then 40, 50, 60 minutes. And then try to get all the way up to 4 for your speed and hold that for 60 minutes. And if you can do that, give me a phone call and tell me weight isn't falling off your body. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. So what's the challenge, Brad? What were we challenging? You told them
30 minutes. 30 minutes, 12% incline. Start with a speed of 2. And if you can handle 2, increase your speed. 30 minutes, 12% incline, 2 for speed. Make it happen.
Make it happen. All right, man. Well, listen, y'all. This year, the Bad Podcast will not be dropping every Monday. We know you're sad. It's okay. But we will be dropping every other week. We might do some midweek. We don't know yet. Brad mentioned that. So either way, keep the notifications on. Keep a check out. But it's going to be every other week. So this one is actually dropping right now, today. As soon as we get off this live, it'll be on your podcast outlets and on YouTube as well. And then you won't get an episode next week, but the following week you get another episode. So definitely that. And anything else, Brad, before we get out of here?
Yeah, if you have not downloaded the E2M Premium app, that's okay. All right, not knocking you. But if you want a special discount, all right, and it comes until Friday. All right, it ends Friday, Quitter's Day. I ain't no quitting in these dogs here, Dwayne. Use the code Dwayne50. I mean Brad 50.
Yeah.
Use the code Dwayne or Brad 50. That's the number 50. You get $50 off the annual subscription, folks. This is like $21 a month. $21 a month. I spend $21 a week in coffee alone. All right, $21. If you use the code Dwayne50 or Brad50, you can get $50 off the annual subscription. That brings it down to $250 for the entire year, which is just mind-blowing for the programs that you're going to get throughout the year. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, you're going to have some treadmill? We'll have treadmill. Hey, you're going to have this? Yeah, we'll have that. You're going to have that? Yeah, we'll have that. All right, we are going to introduce programs every other month, every few months, every month. We're going to be dropping things throughout the entire year of 2026. And guess what? We'll do it in 2027 and then 2028 and then 2029 and then 2030. Folks, we're going to be dropping new innovative stuff all the time.
Yep.
Use code Brad50, use code Dwayne50, get $50 off. Or if you're still hesitant, I got you. All right, I got you. All right, you're still hesitant. You're still on the fence. You want to try it out. Use the code Dwayne15 or Brad15 and try your first month for $15. Folks, you cannot beat the first month for $15. Like what you're going to get, the value you get in that first month for $15, you're going to say, why didn't I sign up for the annual subscription? Jump in on the annual subscription. But if you are hesitant, you are a little like, yeah, I don't know. Jump in on that $15 off code.
I love it, man. All right, y'all.
I love you guys, man.
This has been fun. We've missed it, obviously. And
40 minutes later.
yeah, we've been on here so long.
Mhm.
Shout out to the folks on YouTube, man. Colleen rocked in with us the whole time. Shantae Tuner, yeah, Shantae, and who else is in there? Oh, my man Virgil jumped in. My homeboy Virgil. Actually, it's so funny because I was talking about his podcast, Just Thinking Podcast, one of my first podcasts I produced. Let's see. Who else can I shout out real quick? Colleen been in here rocking heavy. We appreciate you. Hey man, till next time. Tell a friend, tell a brother, tell a mother. Check out the Bad Podcast, man. Till next time, we out of here.